Yo, what's the haps, everybody? PK here, and today I'm bringing you guys a double nuclear. I've been holding on to this gameplay for a while. I want to say 2 weeks. The reason I didn't upload it straight away was because I already had the gameplay on Hunted, which is this map's name. I found out a while ago, and the gameplay that I uploaded before this one was actually on Hunted, so I was a little hesitant to upload it, but you know, decided what the hell, it's a double nuclear, let's just upload it. Now I'm using the M8, so it's a disclaimer, and I am kind of spawn trapping a bit, so that is another disclaimer. But the meat and potatoes of this video, the topic is actually going to be about the best game mode to get nuclears. In my opinion, I've gotten nuclears on plenty of game modes. I've gotten them on kill confirmed, hardpoint, dom, uplink, safeguard, you know, you name it. And one of the things that I found is probably that uplink is one of the easiest, if not the easiest game mode to get nuclears in, because I mean, it's just insanely easy. You know where the spawns are going to be, they're not going to flip, you know that they're in a set pattern, so it's almost as easy as just setting up in an area and kind of just chopping them down as they come out. And that's what I did in this gameplay. If you notice, I kind of just took control. I know that those two areas to the left of the rock and the right of the rock are extremely popular spawn areas, and since this is uplink, it's not going to flip. So I took shelter there for a second because it's just a power position I like to use when I'm playing other game modes for a second, and they just kept coming out, so I just kept mowing them down and mowing them down. And then once I got the I believe it was the hater, I mean, it was just done, so they couldn't do anything, and it kind of just cut their self-confidence. They kind of tilted there, and they just kept rushing and throwing themselves at me, just blindly giving me more and more kills. And I think if you're trying to go for your first nuclear, this is probably the game mode I would recommend. One, the score limit isn't that easy to get, so it's hard to cap out in the first round unless your teammates are complete noobs and the enemy team is complete and utter sacks of potatoes with no thumbs. And so, you know, you shouldn't have to worry about the point restriction. The times per round is pretty good, and it's fairly easy to drag on games in order to get to overtime, even where you can kind of just keep dragging the game out and play as slow as possible. There's also, like I said, the fact that spawns don't flip. They kind of stay in the same area in like some small concentrated pocket, so it's easy to know where the enemy's constantly going to be, as opposed to like a domination or a hard point where they're just kind of spawning all around you if somebody pushes too hard. And then I believe each kill gives you 100 points, so it's a lot better than Safeguard in that regard, where Safeguard you only get what, like 50 points, so it's what, I want to say 6 kills for one UAV. It could be upwards of like 12 to 14 for a hater. I believe even more, so it's kind of ridiculous to play Safeguard, whereas in Uplink you have a chance to actually get score streaks. You know, you can get your UAV, your counter, your hater, and then once you get the hater, you know where they're going to spawn, you know where they're going to be, and you can shut them down pretty quickly. So Uplink is probably the premier game mode if you're trying to go for a nuclear. It's just honestly one of the easiest, one of the more faster paced game modes. It's easy to rack up score, easy to rack up kills, and if you can pull out like a specialist weapon like a Tempest like I'm using and just kind of pick them off from a distance, there's really nothing they can do about it, especially in a map like Hunted. In the area where I am, I have that big rock in the middle separating the two sides, the two halves of that little spawn trap, so I can go to the right side when they're shooting me from the left to take cover, or go to the left side vice versa. Now I can always go a little lower to the right down the stairs and use that little small area for a head glitch if I really need to, which I did use a couple times in this gameplay. And it overall just Uplink is one of the easier maps to get a nuclear in. Just trust me on that one, guys. Not only that, but the people that play it are absolute garbage because they're trying to get away from all the tryhards that play Dom, Hardpoint, and all the other popular game modes. So that's my advice to you guys. If you're really trying to go for a nuclear, I would suggest shacking up and kind of getting to know Uplink. It's really good, really fast paced. Noobs play it a lot. It's a good game mode for your nuclears. So this has been PK. Have a good day, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Peace.